Yeah. Almost. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah.
Coconut. Coconut.
Sally Pinto Mountain Road is a little twisty-turny up here.
That right there was just a taste of everything Oahu had waiting for us. Getting there though, that's a whole different story. Getting to Oahu from where we live is not a short haul. Let's just put it out there. Layovers, time zones, a toddler who has very strong opinions about everything around her, we were bracing ourselves for chaos. And somehow, it was almost hiccup-free. No missed connections, no meltdowns mid-flight, and Aahi sleeping through most of the long leg of the journey. We landed tired, but in one piece. That honestly felt like a win even before the trip started. We wanted our first day in Waikiki to start at a very relaxed pace. Maybe chill in the room for some time, grab a breakfast, then head to the beach, but jet lag had other plans for our sleep schedule. So our first morning in Waikiki started stupidly early, and we grabbed breakfast at 6 a.m. in the morning. Yes, 6 a.m. in the morning. But after breakfast, we strolled through the streets of Waikiki for a bit, headed to our hotel, picked up some complimentary beach chairs and towels and sunscreen and toys for Aahi to play with, and headed back to the beach. We reached at the beach at around 9 or 10 a.m. in the morning, and it wasn't as crowded as it's generally known to get. So if you can start early and go to the beach, do that, you'll have fun. If you cannot do that, it's still okay. You're going to have fun like Aahi did in the sand and the water while we relaxed. When you're doing your research about lookout points near Waikiki, Diamond Head is going to come across as the point to hit. But with the toddler in tow, we wanted to do something different that did not involve hiking of any sort. So we went to Tantalus Lookout Point. It is quieter and a much lesser known option. And boy, did it deliver. It has sweeping views of Diamond Head on the left, to Waikiki, to Honolulu, to even the airport in the distance. Its original Hawaiian name is actually Pu'u'u'alaka, I think I nailed it, which translates to Hill of Rolling Sweet Potato, named after old legends of sweet potato gardens that used to be on the summit of this mountain. It's the kind of view that makes you stand there and not want to do anything really. But Aahi had different plans because she had spotted some local kids playing, and we gave her 5 minutes. She had a crew of her own. That's classic toddler travel, by the way. Next up, we started making our way along Oahu's east coast, and our first stop was the Hanauma Bay Lookout, which also gives you a great view of the Koko Head right next door. Here's a fun one. That whole ridge you see hikers climbing on Koko Head, those aren't regular steps. They are old railway ties from a military tramway built during World War II, and it was used to haul supplies up to the radar lookout station. This drive was one of those where every viewpoint pull-off looked like it was too good to skip. So, did we stop at all of the pull-off points? I don't know. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. When the waves cooperate, this thing puts on a show. Seawater blasting up through a lava tube that was actually carved out by the same volcano that formed the Koko Head thousands of years ago. A little further along, the Makapuu lookout point. There's a proper trail here that takes you down to a lighthouse, but we kept it simple and stayed at the lookout near the parking lot. didn't feel like we missed out on anything really. The view along that impossibly blue water against the highway curling along the coast, with those tiny islands scattered offshore, it was worth the stop on its own. Tucked into the Valley of Temples, this next stop is Byodo-in Temple. You're seeing Aahi and her dad ringing this bronze bell, which according to the legend says that ringing this bell brings happiness and a long life. What makes it even more special is the story behind the temple itself. It's actually a smaller replica of a nearly 1,000-year-old temple in Uji, Japan. And this was built here in 1968 to mark 100 years since the first Japanese immigrants arrived in Hawaii. After the bell, we wandered the ponds and Aahi was happily feeding the koi. Though, when a dove landed on her open palm, that was a hard no. Tickling apparently is not welcome. Just a heads up though, parking here can get tight since it draws a crowd. However, it is absolutely worth circling back for. Easily one of the most memorable stops of the whole trip. Then came the one we had been looking forward to for ages, the Kualoa Ranch movie sites tour. What a lot of people don't realize is that long before Hollywood showed up, this valley was considered one of the most sacred places in all of Oahu, a refuge for ancient Hawaiian royalty. Now, it's basically Hollywood's backyard, with over 200 movies and shows filmed here since the 1950s. It's about 90 minutes of driving through some seriously stunning valleys, stopping at key filming spots along the way, and passing right through working farmland where the ranch grows a good chunk of the fruits and vegetables that you will find on the menus around Oahu. There's even an old World War II era bunker that's now a little museum that shows everything that's been filmed on this land, and the list is wild. 50 First Dates, Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, Lost. There's even a set with props from the Kong movies. You can even pull up right next to the log where Dr. Grant, Tim, and Lex hid from the Gallimimus stampede in the original Jurassic Park movie. However, it's a faithful replica. If you want more adrenaline, they do ATV tours too. But we figured a 2-year-old trying to take over the wheel of an ATV might be a little risky, so we sat that one out. As we rolled into the North Shore, we felt the whole energy shift. This is surf country, the stretch of coastline where the biggest waves in the world roll in every winter, attracting surfers from every corner of the globe to towns like Halona. Endless stretches of coastline on one side, mountains rising sharp on the other, and every few minutes, another famous beach flashing by the window. We didn't stop much here, just let the windows roll down and soaked in that unmistakable, laid-back, North Shore feeling. A quick stop at Laie Point, a very pretty little spot. There's a legend that goes here. The story goes that this point was once home to a giant lizard spirit, or a mo'o, that terrorized anyone who passed by until a warrior named Kana chopped his head into 5 different pieces and flung it into the oceans. And those pieces are said to be the little islands that you see today. We got lucky spotting a sundog in the sky while we were here. Ice cream and acai bowl break at Kahuku Farms. This place has been run by the same family for 4 generations, growing their own papaya and apples, bananas right on site, and it's actually the only farm in Hawaii that grows its own acai. So that bowl is about as local as it gets. Aahi found some games and little props scattered around the farm to explore while we cooled down. Perfect toddler pit stop. Laniakea Beach is famous for one thing, the honu, the Hawaiian green sea turtles that come up to sunbathe. These guys were hunted to the edge of extinction last century, and it's only thanks to decades of protection that you can even see them up close. In Hawaiian culture, they are considered aumakua, or guardian spirits. We got lucky. One was right there on the sand, hung around for a while, and then made its way back to the ocean. Quick reminder if you visit, do not touch them. It's illegal and for good reason. We also did a whale watching trip out from Waikiki, and this one exceeded expectations. These humpbacks travel thousands of miles from Alaska every winter just to have their babies in the warm Hawaiian waters. It's wild to think about that when you're watching one glide right past your boat. These waters are actually protected as a national marine sanctuary, and it's the only place in the entire US where humpback whales come to breed. It makes spotting one feel even more special. One of them kept us company for a good stretch before we turned back. And on our way back, we spotted some dolphins and some flying fish, although those were too fast for me to capture. Ho'omaluia Botanical Garden was one of those, wait, is this real kind of places. It is stunning. It feels like it belongs to a different planet, and it is an amazing experience to drive through it. The Kualoa Mountains rising right up behind it, like this wall of green, is breathtaking. You can actually see those deep accordion-like ridges carved into the slopes. That's from centuries of rainwater cutting grooves into the mountainside. You can spend a good while here just wandering on some of the trails and exploring everything between the ponds, the gardens, the beautiful backdrop. It is very easy to lose track of time here. And then the evenings. Waikiki at night, especially on weekends, is alive. The streets are packed, tons of places to eat. They're expensive, yes, they'll cost you, but there's a fun energy running through it all. Street performers keeping the crowds entertained, and if you're around on a Friday, the fireworks light up the sky right over the water, a tradition that has been here since decades. There's something about walking that strip after dark. Music spilling out of every corner, the ocean breeze mixing with all that noise and light, all of that pulling you right into it. Even with the toddler well past bedtime, we couldn't help but slow down and soak in a few more minutes of it before calling it a night. So, that's Oahu from our little family's lens. People often ask why we didn't island hop, but with the toddler, trying to do everything usually means doing nothing well. So we picked one island and actually sank into it. And Oahu gave us way more range than we expected. City energy, sacred valleys, ranch land straight out of a movie, quite literally. A beach where turtles casually nap on the sand. It's not just a beach destination, it's history and nature and culture layered together. If you are doing this with your little ones, do not stress about seeing it all. One island really is enough. Thank you so much for watching this. That was everything about our first Hawaiian adventure. See you next time. Bye.